These mourners have waited a very long time for this day. The remains of the victims of the worst massacre committed by FARC rebels during the country's civil conflict are finally back where they belong, almost 2 decades later. White coffins for children, brown for adults.
There is Emiliano Palacio, my father, Ana Cecilia, my mother, and Emilson, he's my brother.
Maria Pascuala was waiting for 6 of them.
For the first time I feel some peace because we got our family back. It's an important step because they will receive a Christian burial, but we'll never forget the pain and emptiness they've left behind.
On May 2, 2002, confrontations between FARC rebels and paramilitary forces erupted in the riverside town of Bojaya in the western jungle province of Chocó. A cylinder bomb launched by the rebels fell on the church where the community took refuge. At least 74 died in what became known as the Bojaya Massacre. Nearly everyone here was affected. There's not much left of the old city of Bojaya. The bodies mutilated by the bomb ended up in communal graves, and the community fled to the closest city more than 3 hours downriver. When they came back, they found their town had been razed to the ground. Eventually, a new town was built not far from the old one, but the community remained in a state of suspended grief until the signing of a peace deal with FARC rebels in 2016. Then a 2.5-year-long process to identify the remains started with the help of the United Nations. FARC leaders have since asked the community for forgiveness, but while the rebels are gone, many of the factors that led to the massacre remain.
There are new criminal groups or reorganized, or we don't know exactly who they are, but certainly criminal groups, they are occupying the territories. Colombia does not need just the military presence, but rural development, social development, and this is the most difficult part.
Residents say fear persists as a remaining rebel group, the ELN, and paramilitary gangs vie for control of a region where illegal mining and cocaine trafficking dominate.
I think this process and our work and that of the people that supported us through it all makes sense, only if we make sure it will never happen again.
For now, the community is finally able to begin the process of healing a wound that had remained open for far too long. Alessandro Rampietti, Jazeera, Bojaya.